Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I drop a journal of my daily activities. And as I've been doing previously, I'll first talk about the book that I've read today. And the book that I read this morning was A Gift to My Children by Jim Rogers. Although it was a very short book, also it was also the first time I finished a book in a day. I've been reading consistently for over 3 years now, and this was the first time I experienced opening a book and finishing it in a day. In the book, he was trying to relate some lesson he learned in his life to his daughters and how they could use his insight to better navigate the life they are going to live as they enter adulthood. So the few points that he highlighted that spoke to me very well was there was a part where he said that we should rely on our own intelligence. Basically, we're just advocating for independence in our own life and doing things the way we want to do and try not to follow the mob mentality as is usually done in Wall Street. And the other part they talk about was we should avoid wishful thinking. That part actually spoke to me because in terms of trading, there are multiple times in which I've avoided seeing the chart as it is, and I'm usually at that stage in a wishful thinking state in which doesn't actually pay most of the time because I end up losing a lot during whenever I'm in that zone. Another insight that I picked for him was when he talked about learning history, and that one spoke to me because I mentioned it on my yearly review that I posted on the 31st of December 2025, where I talked about in 2025 beginning of the year I was very intentional with the books I was going to read, and I started with economics history book because I felt that each and every one of us should have history, to have the knowledge of how the world came to be, how it is right now. Last point I'll talk about was when he talked about knowing thyself and acknowledging your mistake and also trying to walk through it. That's has been what has led me on his personal development so far, trying to see my mistake, walking through it, trying to break bad habits, but it's been a long journey and it has not been easy. Although I feel like I have a better measure of control on all my habits, but I also know that it could just take just one bad day for me into to fall to my bad habits, the one that I've dumped and left. So I have to be conscious every time, be intentional with how I'm moving, and try as much as possible whenever that day eventually comes over. Because no one expects the entire year to be good every day. So we are going to have bad days. So when the bad days come, I just have a better measure of control on myself on how I navigate it. So yeah, that is what I've learned from that book. The book was very short and it was packed with knowledge. I was even kind of surprised when it ended because I was like, just like that. But it's he just went into the detail without bringing out too much details, which is actually very nice. For people that have not read books before, they will find that book very interesting because it's very short and they can easily get a lot of insight from his life. And the next part I'll talk about is my trading today. So as of yesterday, I talked about holding my Audi card position in profit, and as of today midnight it hits my I adjusted my stop loss after market spread shifted back to normal range, and I my stop loss was around at that time it was around like 2 or 3 pips to hit my take profit. So instead of me to just close, I just put my stop loss 10 11 pips actually below my TP. So it actually ended up hitting my SL first before it hit the TP. So overall I got over 140 pips from the trade, which is $14 with 0.01 loss size. So I closed that trade and I just kind of like I think it was one of the best trades so far I've taken in weeks because I was very patient in waiting. I was not rushing myself to take any position. I stick to the 3 pairs that I picked for the week, and I knew that, and I had it at the back of my mind that I can only take 3 positions this week, so there was no need for me to rush. Audi card was my first position, and I happened to take Euro card around 12 midnight because I thought it was going to move up because yesterday Euro market was closed, so I thought that maybe tomorrow we're going to have a fast movement side before we got towards the upside reduce. So but that did not happen. The Euro card rejected the the resistance zone, and instead of me to close early because I saw the signs, I didn't want to close early. I wanted to be very sure of it. So I later ended up closing at a 10p plus, which was $1 loss. So that was how that one went. And yeah, the next part right now is that I'm just waiting patiently to see which position, because right now I'm still looking at Audi card and Euro card. I've Normally what I was supposed to do was after Audi card hit my TP, I was supposed to like clear my watch list and go to my full pairs and scout three new pairs. But since I've already taken Euro card and now I only have one position left for the week, I decided it's better to just stick with the three that I've already picked for the beginning of the week, then try to see if another position will come up today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. But as of right now, I have already met my target of accumulating over 100 pips profit. So I'm good to go, and there's no need for me to rush myself going forward. Yeah, and I think that ends this for my trading part. The last part usually is any interesting thing I've seen on the internet today. I've not actually seen anything interesting on the internet today. I've just been studying, reading, and I went back to watching this MIT finance video on YouTube. I am currently on the 19th episode, and I also has 20 episodes, so meaning I have 2 episodes left. So that's the thing I just did not long ago before I started shooting this video. So that concludes the book aspect and the trading aspect for today. I'll still be looking for a new position, and I'll try to. I think there was something I said in my yearly review that the book I'm going to be reading consistently throughout the year is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. So that is the book I'm going to take a look at right now. After I'm supposed to be reading like a single chapter every day, but I've not been able to get myself to do that on a consistent basis yet. But I'm very confident I'll be able to resolve that with time. And yeah, that ends it for my daily review for today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.